The workshop hums with a quiet intensity, a sanctuary of steel, fire, and precision. The man steps inside, the scent of metal shavings and wood dust greeting him like an old friend. His leather apron, cracked and darkened from years of use, hangs from a hook by the door. He slips it on, fastening the straps with practiced ease. A sigh, a moment of stillness. Then, work begins. With a slow, deliberate motion, he adjusts his goggles, the dim overhead light catching the rough calluses on his fingers. His workbench is cluttered but purposeful: files, chisels, wrenches, and welding rods, each placed exactly where they belong. He picks up a caliper, measuring with a patience that only comes from a lifetime of craft. A heavy sheet of metal rests before him. He runs his hand across it, feeling its cold resistance, as if the material itself knows it's about to be transformed. He grips the edge and begins marking his cuts, the tip of his pencil gliding across the surface in smooth, confident strokes. Then, the roar of the torch. Blue flames lick at the metal, cutting through it with ease. Sparks scatter, illuminating the dim workshop in bursts of fiery light. The man doesn't flinch. His hands remain steady, guiding the cut with the precision of an artist shaping a masterpiece. Piece by piece, the form begins to take shape. Welding, grinding, polishing, the hours pass unnoticed as a rhythmic clang of hammer against steel fills the space. Sweat beads on his forehead, but he doesn't stop. Not yet. Not until it's perfect. Finally, he steps back, inhaling deeply. His creation stands before him, bathed in the soft glow of the overhead light. He reaches out, brushing away the last bit of dust before lifting it carefully, almost reverently. The client is already waiting. A woman, dressed sharply, her eyes scanning the workshop with curiosity. She doesn't speak as he approaches, only watching as he places the object before her. She runs her fingers along its polished edges, testing its weight, its balance. A slow smile forms at the corner of her lips. A nod. No words are needed. The craftsman watches as she lifts the piece, turning it over in her hands. Then, with a final approving glance, she tucks it under her arm and walks out into the night. As the door swings shut, the craftsman allows himself one last look at the empty space where his creation once stood. He exhales, then turns back toward his bench. There is always more to build.